Today we are going to head up to the Pacific Northwest to Island Aikido with Chris Mills Sensei. Onegaishimasu, Sensei.
Onegaishimasu. Okay, we're live, right?
We're live, you're on. Yes, sir.
Okay, good morning, everyone. I'm very excited to teach you all Aikido online, even though I can't see you. I wish I could see all of you, but I'm very excited, and I want to put a special thank you to the USAF for giving me this opportunity to teach. There's nothing I like to do more than teach on a Saturday morning. Here it's 10 o'clock in the morning. We do Saturday morning classes. But here's our entryway. This is Island Aikido. This is an important part of our Aikido training, is the transition from the outside world to the dojo. So when we come into this place, the first thing I want my students to know is to be mindful of all of their surroundings, to be mindful of all the details that will require them to learn good Aikido today. So I have them take their shoes off. View the shoe rack there a little bit. And once they take their shoes off, I want them to essentially leave all their concerns, all their worries, all their bad feelings with their shoes. If they want to get them later, they can pick them up when they took their shoes off. Or shoes on. So once they take their shoes off, they come over to the beginning, the entryway of the dojo, and do a small bow, and then step onto the mat. I usually say, "Good morning."
Good morning, Sensei.
Yay, here we are. So here's our dojo. So I will take a moment, and I want all students to take a moment before they bow and sort of remind themselves that they're going to train and to think about all the things that we're going to do in Aikido. So bow. And then we're ready to go. Okay, so over here I have our square that is our little sphere of influence. So this is where we're going to train today. Now I assume most of you will not have a dojo. I am lucky to have this much space, but I've mapped out a little space here that I want you to map out in your training area. So the first thing we have to do is be mindful, again, like what we talked about coming in, be mindful of our surroundings. So if I walk around the square, I'm making sure, I don't know, you might have a table or a window or a TV or something in your training area. I want to make sure that you are mindful of this space. And even if I'm up to this corner, I can still hit something. So think of this as a cube that you will train in. Now, I know that's a little hard. I mean, it's certainly wonderful to come into a dojo, but this is what we have to do today. So I'm assuming most of you will not have training partners. So everything we'll do today will be solo movement. If you do have a sibling or a parent, make sure, again, you keep in this space. Whatever space that you have arranged, it's just very important. We don't want anybody getting hurt, okay? So we have a term in our dojo. It's called Anzen Daiichi, and it means safety first. So say that. Anzen Daiichi. Good. Okay, good. So let's bow in. I'll face our shomen. You might have a shomen in your class. Let's see. Here we go. Then I will bow to all of you. Onegaishimasu. All right. Okay. So let's start. We'll start by stretching. Ellie, you can do this with us. Okay, feet forward. Now remember, when I stretch, I want to make sure I stretch with the feeling that I have when I wake up in the morning. So when I wake up in the morning, I stretch. Stretch is not meant to hurt. It's meant to wake up your body, okay? So I stretch. I was taught an old way to stretch when I first started doing Aikido, and I've kept it for years. So in Aikido, we have this concept of taking up slack. Our muscles are relaxed, and then I take up the slack. And I go as far as I can. Now, some of you might go this far. Some of you might go this far. Whatever works for you. Again, don't stretch so far that you hurt. Stretch to wake up your body. So I tell all my students that you should try to stretch a little bit more each month, and it'll increase your flexibility. Your flexibility will help you train more efficiently and less chance of getting injured. So the stretch is really important. I don't want you to rush through the stretch. I want you to think of, again, mindful stretching. So I'm not going to bounce. I'm going to each take up the slack and then relax. Okay, so we'll do 10 of these. Again, I kind of want my hands up. I'm going to go each, ni, son, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, ku, and ju. So on the last one, hold it. Really relax. Good. Breathe out. Okay, feet apart. So same thing. I want my feet as far apart as I can get them. I don't want to be rocked back. I want to have my center forward the best I can. So I want to try to put my hands down here like this. But again, if some of you are having trouble like that, that's okay. It's just whatever works for you. So bring my feet about as far as I can. I'm going to turn and I'm going to grab my foot with this hand. Okay, now I don't care if it's left or right. For right now, it's the hand that's closest to the foot. So in this case, it's my left foot, my left hand. Okay, then I'm going to try to bring my right hand over the top to get to my foot as well. Okay, so we're going to go again. Again, I don't want you to bounce. I want you to take up slack. Each, ni, son, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, ku, and the last one, ju, and hold. If you can bring your nose, head down to your knee, and that last one, good too. Okay, other side. Each, ni, son, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, ku, and ju. Hold, bring your nose down. Oh. All right, very good. Now I'm going to take my hands and put them behind my legs and lift up a little bit and move forward. Okay, this gets me to do a little bit more stretch, just a little bit forward. Oh, okay, hands in the center. Now this can be a tough one for people. I know it's getting tough for me as I get older. I'm going to try to get my head to the mat, but I might not do it. So I'm going to stretch slowly like this and go down a little bit further each time. Okay, here we go. Each, ni, son, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, ku. And the last one, ju. And hold that for a moment and relax those feet. Oh, that feels good. Okay, feet together. Grab the toes, bring them in. Again, try not to be bent. Try to bring your center forward. Flap those wings a little. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna try to bring my center to my feet, not my head. So I'm gonna try to stretch forward this way, keeping my back straight. So here we go. Each, again, take up the slack. Ni, son, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, ku, and ju. Oh, Very nice. Good. Okay. So keep this foot in and take your other foot and stick it behind you. So my foot's straight behind you. Can you kind of see that, cameraman? Good. And now I have this foot in here and I'm stretching this inside part of my hip and my knee. And I'm going to lay down and stretch forward. Take a deep breath. Now I'm going to switch. Again, this leg is in sideways this way in front of me. I'm going to stretch my leg behind me straight as I can. I don't want it out over here. I want it straight. And then I can lay down as much as I can and stretch forward. Okay. So stretching is hugely important to me. It's very enjoyable and I love to do it and it's waking my body up. And because it's only 10 o'clock in the morning here, I need to wake up. Okay, so one leg forward, one leg on top. Okay, time to stretch my ankles. So I had an instructor tell me that my feet carry me around free of charge all day. So I have to be nice to my feet. So that's what we're gonna do. So big circle. Other way, both circles, both ways. Okay, good. I want to grab each toe and give them a little pull to loosen them up. Okay, good. Okay, now I'm going to make a heart because I love my feet. And I'm going to put that right over the foot and I'm going to press right down the center of my feet. And then I'm going to make this noise. It's a very important noise. Oh, that feels great. You want to make your parents happy? Give them this foot rub. Okay, good. Now give it a little tap. Just a little bit. Again, I don't want to hurt my feet. I'm just giving them a tenderizing. Okay, grab the ankle, relax the foot, shake that thing. Okay, grab the toe, stretch out the best you can, and gently put your foot back down. Other side, same thing. Big circle. This foot's jealous of the other foot because the other foot feels better. So I've got to make sure that I get this foot happy. Okay, good. Pull the toes. Sometimes they can crack. They get stiff. Toes are important. Make your heart. Put it over the foot and rub down the center. And I want to hear you guys all make that noise, even though I can't hear you. Oh, that's good. Ellie, I didn't hear you say that. Okay, give it a little wake up. Remember, not too hard. Some kids, they want to punch their feet. No, your feet are your friends. Okay, all right, grab the ankle, give it a shake. Grab the toe, stretch it out, gently down. Now look, I'm more flexible already. Feel much better. Okay. Now since we're already using this kind of structure, I want you to stretch your hip. I want you to grab this foot and put it all the way up to your forehead. Oh. Now when I was young, I used to put it behind my head. I can't do that anymore. Okay. Other side, stretch that hip up. Oh. Oh, very good. Okay. Cross the feet. Sit Seiza. And again, Seiza, I want my knees about this far apart. I want my right toe over my left. And I want to just relax for a minute. Okay. So one of the things I think is very important to stretching and to starting class is to breathe. You can go a couple weeks without eating. You can go a few days without drinking water. We have to breathe every minute. So breath is important. when I was a young boy, my mom used to tell me to calm down because I was too excited. And the thing about it is my mom didn't tell me how to calm down. But when I met my first Aikido instructor, he taught me that calming down is all in your breath. So breath is just a huge part of our Aikido. So we're going to do just a basic breathing exercise. And we're going to do this throughout the class to calm ourselves down and to get re-centered. Okay, my hands are here together. And if you think about it, I'm going to think of it like this. We're going to train our mind and we're going to train our body. So we're going to bring the mind and the body together, okay? And we're going to breathe in. And as we breathe in, we're going to raise our hands up. I'll just show you the hands first. And when I get them above my head, I'm going to turn them over. And then I'm going to make a big circle in front of me and lean slightly forward and bring my hands back. So it'll be a breath in and then a breath out. And I kind of like to hear my breath, sort of an HA sound. So I don't want it to be quiet. I want to breathe in really deep, okay? Oh, that feels good. Okay, last stretch. I don't know, this is just a stretch we've always done. It's good for my knees. Some people it's pretty hard. So again, I'm going to put my hand back, my other hand back. I'm stretching like this, stretching out my thighs, quads. And then if I can, I'm going to get to my elbows like this. Okay? Don't get stuck here. And then if I can, I'm going to go all the way down. And then I'm going to bring my hands together, stretch my arms and try to squeeze my knees together. Now, it's important that you don't get stuck here. So I'm going to not try to go straight up. I'm just going to roll my legs underneath and then come up like this. Okay, let's do that again once more. So again, one arm back, two arms, elbows, and then relax all the way. Squeeze the knees together, hands together, stretch. Roll over to the side, and then up. Okay? Everybody okay? I hope you are. I can't hear you, but I'm assuming everybody's taking time. Okay, good. All right. Let's sit Seiza. So when I sit Seiza, I roll my feet underneath me this way, hit my hands forward, and then hit like this. If I'm in a big class with a lot of other people and I go this way, I might hit somebody next to me. So I want to roll and then sit Seiza. So how do we get up from Seiza? Well, for me, because I do other sword arts, I don't want to get up with my left knee, okay? I want to get up with my right knee this way. So I don't want to go like this and then up. I want to keep my back straight like this. So I'll turn to the side. So I come up and then stand. Okay. When I go back down, I do the same thing in reverse. Back straight and then here. Okay, so one more time. Now I'm going to have my hands in what I call Chudon, middle position. So when I stand up, my hands are to this place. Again. And one more time. Very good. Okay, back to the front. All right. So let's stand up again. Oh. Now, if you notice, I have this box here with a cross in the middle. So this cross is to help us to figure out how to be more accurate in our movement, our Tai Sabaki. We'll get into this in a few minutes, but we still need to do some more stretching. So pay attention. I'm going to be right on the center of this line. I'm not going to be off to the side. If I'm onto the center of the line, I know I'm not going to hit anything. So if you don't have a line mapped out, then you have to visualize it in your head. You have to look down at that ground and see this line, even though it's not there, okay? If you want to continue to train on your own, it might be wise to map out a spot like this so you can be more accurate in your training for future classes. Because I'm going to assume all of you are going to train Aikido every day. That's the way you learn it. You do it every day. Okay, here we go. Feet apart. Okay, I'm going to bring my hands apart and I'm going to reach down and I'm going to squat down and bring my hands behind me like I'm grabbing a bunch of rocks. Then I'm going to come up and I'm going to make a circle in front of me, two hands to create the circle, and then throw the rocks behind me and bend back. Okay? So now we got to get our blood flowing. Here we go. We go each, ni, san, shi, go. Now we're going to do it slower. So again, hands come up, down, up the center, make a circle, come up the center of my body again, and back. Circle, grab the rocks, come up, make a circle, up the center, throw them behind. A little faster. Boom. Stretching the back. Boom. Stretching. Oh. Circles happen a lot in Aikido. We want to focus on the circles. Big circle. Back. Big circle. Back. Good. Okay. My feet are apart. I'm going to lower my weight onto one knee this way. I can put my hands down to make myself stable, okay? And then I'm going to put my toe up and stretch to my toe. Okay. Other side. Stretch to that toe. I can go kind of back and forth a little, like this. Loosen everything up. Don't go so fast that you hurt yourself. I have a knee injury that I kind of have to be careful with. So I have to be very mindful when I stretch so I don't re-injure my knee. Okay. Now, I want to sink down as much as I can and bring the hands straight up. So feet are way far apart, like you could put a glass of water on your knee like this, and hands up. Good. Back and forth a little. Now both hands on the knee, drop the shoulder and look up at the ceiling. Stretch. Okay. Other side, drop the shoulder, look up at the ceiling. Oh. Sorry, I make a lot of noises when I stretch. Oh, that's okay. Up. Oh, okay. Feet together. Lift my hakama up here. So hands on the knees, circle. Again, I go one way, and then I go the other way. Bend down and up. And then I do this little scooch. Good. Okay, feet about this far apart, hands on the hips, the hula hoop. Right? To the side, back in a circle, both ways. Oh. I'm starting to wake up. Good. Again, one side, forward, the other side, back. Now in a circle. Not just like this, but big one. Okay, hands out. Turn, thumbs down the other way. So turn the hands in a circle. It's Kokyo motion. We do this motion in Aikido. It's Kokyo, trying to turn the shoulders. Okay. Head forward and back. To the side. Just lay it over, ear to your shoulder, and then up, and then over. Again, I take up slack. I don't want to go so much it hurts. Sometimes your neck can make crunchy noises. I want to avoid that. I want to just, as far as it'll go, and then up. Now I'm going to turn and look to one side, and then turn and look to the other side. Other side. And other side. Good. Okay. So I have this even stance. I don't have a foot forward yet. We'll do that in a minute. I have my just stance a little wider than my shoulder. I'm going to bring my hands straight up, and I'm going to drop all my weight down just a little bit and bring my arm down with it like this, and then up to the center. So I'm going to use my momentum of my body to bring it in a circle. Okay. I'm going to go each. Ni, sam, chi. Bring the other hand up. Ich, ni, sam, chi. Both hands up. Ich, ni, sam, chi. Very good. Hands this way. One on my center. One stretched out. Sayonara. Here. Just like this. Now my feet are going to come further apart, and I'm going to go, and then down. So swing, boom. Again, lower the center, boom. Lower, boom. Lower, boom. Okay? So this is just basic warm-up. Okay, now we're going to do some Tai Sabaki. I'm making sure I have plenty of time, but we're going to do some animal walks. So animal walks are sort of developed to make your body strong so you can do kami. Now again, Aikido there's two ways to think of Aikido: what happens in the mind and what happens in the body. Together, we want our mind and body to work in a mindful, coordinated way. So I won't go too much into the philosophy of Aikido, other than Aikido is really meant to blend or harmonize or work with conflict. You can think of conflict as an attack. You can think of it as a force. You can think of it as a direction. We aren't learning to fight. We're learning how to understand, how to not fight. Everybody knows how to fight. We want to learn how to understand energy and movement. So ukemi, which is to receive a technique, is to not fight the technique. So ukemi is a huge part of your practice. In fact, 50% of your practice will be ukemi. So another unique thing of Aikido is it teaches me to look at opportunity in conflict. Now we all have a conflict. We can't do our normal things. So the opportunity is you can train more at home and really work on your ukemi if you have enough room. So this is a great opportunity for all of us to get stronger and to be better and really keep Aikido thriving. And again, I would have not had the opportunity of teaching all you kids out there And I hope someday I meet you and I see how well you've improved. But again, think of Aikido as opportunity and ukemi as opportunity. So first part of ukemi, we're not gonna do much rolls because we don't have a lot of room, but we're going to just get our body strong. So first thing, I'm bring my feet apart like this. I'm gonna put my hands down. Okay, so this is our bear walk. And I'm gonna bear walk all the way around my spot here, like this. All the way around, other way. And if you want, you can just do a circle like this. Okay, good. So again, I want to stretch. I want to be comfortable with being down on the ground. Now I'm going to put I'm going to make a triangle. So I have two hands here, and I'm going to put my foot back so it's in the center of my hands and bring my foot up. Okay, this is our scorpion, right? I'm going to walk around scorpion. Okay, let's see Ellie. Ellie, come on, do it. Show me. Look at that. She's pretty good. Okay. Snake. Down on the ground. I want my elbows in. I don't want to use my feet. I want to use my upper body. I can use my knees and kind of wiggle like this. Now I'm going to go backwards. Forward. Now this could be hard on the rug. I'm lucky because our mats are old and they're pretty shiny. They're slick, but it could be hard on the rug. Maybe you have a hardwood floor. And back. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take this opportunity to stretch my wrist. Now Samkyo, which is a wrist stretch, is kind of like this. So I'm going to take both my hands and I'm going to put them on my knee. Stretch those wrists. Then I'm going to put them on the ground. I'm going to stretch my body out. So my stomach is kind of off the mat. And then I'm going to walk this way. Call this seal. And then back. Let me hear some seal noises. Good. Okay. All right. Frog. So I want my hands here, not here. And I want a big jump and then balance. Big jump, balance. Okay, let's watch Ellie. She's just learning these today. Good. Okay, so now back to frog position. Now I'm going to put my hands on the mat. This is bunny. So hands forward, then hop. So hands, feet, hands, feet, hands, feet. Then backwards. Feet, hands, feet, hands, feet, hands. Okay, did I forget any? Crab bear. So crab bear is where I started bear walk. And I go over to crab. Like this. Over. And you can stay in one spot. You don't have to go too far. Okay? Now I'm going to do a different version. I'm going to take this foot and move it where this hand is. Like this. And come back. And then the opposite. Here. Move my hakama so you guys can see better. So here. Again, this foot's going to go underneath, and this hand's going to get there. This foot's going to go underneath, this hand's going to go over the top. Okay? Okay, there's some animal walks. Practice those at home. Practice the stretches at home. These are important things. All right, let's do some breathing. Calm down. Okay. Oh, I have so much to teach you, but I think I'm running out of time. So here we go. Let's do a little bit of backward rocking. So we're going to sit cross-legged like this. And we're going to rock straight down this line. And then I'm going to come and be still. Okay, so again, I'm straight down the spine. I'm just trying to relax my back a little. So I go, when I do this, I put my legs up and then fold them. Now I'm going to go off to the side. Okay, I don't care if it's your right or your left. And I want to look forward when I do this so I can see people. Now I'm going to go to the other side. And I'm going to keep my hands right on my knees. So we go straight back. Sit. Off to one side. And sit. And off to the other side. And sit. Okay, again. Straight back. And be calm. Try not to bounce. Straight back. Be calm. Other side. Boom. Sorry, I said straight back. I meant to the side. I make mistakes. Let's do that again. To the side. Calm. To the other side. Calm. Okay. Now I'm going to rock straight back, and I'm going to bring one knee forward. Like this. Okay, now I'm going to stand up. Now we can get up. Little bounce. Keep your body awake. We still have some time. Okay, so here's my line. So again, I'm going to be mindful of this line. I'm going to be aware that this is the line of force, the line of direction. Now, you can call this the line of attack, but I think sometimes attack kind of can be a negative word. Life isn't always about attacks. Sometimes life is just about conflict. So this line is something I have to respect. If somebody is, I'm walking down the street and they're on this line, I can simply turn and let them go. That's an easy conflict, right? So again, I can just turn and let them go. Pretty basic, right? Thank you. So what we're going to do is we're going to just start with our basic stance. So I have this even stance. Okay, my hakama tucked in. And this line is right down the center. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to step forward with my left foot. Doesn't matter which foot you guys use. You can step left or right. And I'm going to make sure that I'm off the line. So I'm just going to do this. And now I have my left foot forward and my stance is pretty stable. Not too much and not too little. Just natural for me. A little wider than my shoulders. Okay? Then I'm going to step back on the line. Now I'm going to do my other side. Okay? Right off of that line. So I'm not stepping on it. So I'm stepping sort of off at a little bit of an angle and then back. So again, one side, other side. And I want to make sure that I move from my center. This is my center of gravity from right below my belly here. That's the thing that initiates my movement. Okay? It's not this, it's the center forward. Okay? Now I'm going to move to Chudon. So for a moment, we're going to go through 3 different positions. I have Geidon, my lower position. I have Chudon, middle, and I have Jodon, upper. Okay? Right now, I'm going to step into Chudon and then come back. Even stance. Off the line, Chudon, and then back. Other side, keep switching sides. Very good. Now I'm going to start with my stance already. So I have my stance. My feet are already apart. I expand my stance. Can you see my feet there? Pretty good. So I'm on the center. My stance moves forward. Okay. Now, sometimes you can get stuck. I have to pay attention to what's called sugiyashi, which is my floating feet. So my center moves within my stance. And I can take a little weight off my front foot so I can float it forward, right? If my weight's forward, then I get stuck. So I want to be able to move my center a little bit inside my stance so I can float my foot forward and then come back. Same side. I don't want to step. I want to float like I'm ice skating. Now I'm going to switch feet. So again, float forward, sugiyashi. Okay. That's arimi, to enter. You can use this movement on many different Aikido techniques. So now I have tenshin. I'm going to step back. So I'm on the line. I'm still in my stance. I don't care which foot you have forward. My back foot right here is my right foot. So I'm going to, without changing my posture much, move my back foot to the side a little bit, just a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to switch feet. So this foot will become my back foot. Okay. So again, I'm on the line. I'm on this line of force. Now when I step back, I'm going to go to Chudan. Okay. So again, side to the side. Got the bell? Yeah. Okay. It looks like we're almost out of time. So I want to thank you all very much for coming to our class. I want to thank you. Special thank you to the USAF and all those people that helped put this together. Thank you to Yamada Sensei for being our fearless leader, the USAF. Thank you to my cameraman and Ellie who helped us. If there's any questions you have, you can reach me through the USAF. I hope to teach another class. I hope to see you someday. And it's been a pleasure. Okay, thank you all very much. Zombie. Okay, good.
Arigato, Sensei. Before you bow out, I'd just like to thank everybody for coming and to let y'all know that next Saturday we're having a special kids class with 4 of the kids instructors. We're all going to be in costume. Oh, look at that wonderful poster. We're all going to be in costume, and the pictures on the poster look exactly like us. So if you can come next Saturday at the usual time, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, we'd love to have you. Sensei, again, thank you so much for a wonderful class. Would you bow us out, please?
Absolutely, thank you. Okay, first we always bow to our shogun. Then we bow to the camera. Domo arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you very much.